Hello everyone and welcome for today's session. In last session we were discussing about monetary policy. Monetary policy is a policy of central bank, that is RBI, which is mainly concerned with the demand and supply of money in the market. The aim of RBI is to control the money supply in market and which ultimately by which the government ultimately want to control the inflation and deflation situation. Now in this money market, in this monetary terms, monetary policy, there are four measures of money stock: M1, M2, M3 and M4. So generally government and RBI uses this measure of money stock to identify the total supply in the market, and then on the basis of demand and supply control the monetary supply in market. To control the monetary supply, the RBI has a certain tools. So today we are going to learn what are those tools. The tools or instrument of monetary policy. Mainly there are two type of monetary policy tools or instrument. Number A is general credit control tools, or it is also known as quantitative methods. Quantitative methods because generally all the measures in this method are quantifiable. There are certain percentage, there are certain amount which can be quantified. So they are called as quantitative methods. In this quantitative method, the first instrument, first tool in the hand of RBI to control money supply is bank rate policy. Bank rate is a rate at which RBI provides finance to commercial banks. Now if generally commercial banks need money to lend give it to as a loan to people. So in case if banks need finance due to certain demand of loan in market, then they purchase the amount, they take the amount from RBI, and RBI in return charge certain percentage of interest from commercial banks. So the rate charged by RBI is called as bank rate. And then the commercial bank do not lend the amount with the same rate which is charged by RBI, but commercial banks add certain amount of margin in that amount, in that percentage, and then lend it to the customers. Say for example, if any commercial bank has taken loan of say rupees 1 crore from RBI at 10% interest, because there is one customer who want to avail loan of 1 crore. Bank do not have money, but bank also do not want to let the customer go, and hence RBI commercial banks take loan from RBI, and then this money will be handed over to the customer who are in a requirement, who is in a requirement. So RBI charge 10%, say for example, from bank, commercial bank. Now if commercial bank transfer this loan to person at 10% only, then the bank will not earn anything in this, and hence bank add up a certain amount of margin in this amount, say for example 1%. So commercial bank take loan at 10% of interest from RBI and add 1% of their margin, their income, and lend it to the customer at 11%. So the 10% rate which is charged by RBI for giving loan to commercial bank is called as bank rate. And to control the monetary supply, RBI uses this bank rate policy. In this policy, at a time of inflation, generally the money supply in market is high as compared to demand, and thus people are having excess money which need to be controlled. And to control this extra supply in market, the RBI increases bank rate. With the increase in bank rate, the commercial bank also need to increase their rate for various type of loan. Say for example, in our previous example, we have seen that RBI charging 10% to commercial bank. Now at the time of inflation, RBI increases the bank rate. It means now RBI will charge 11% from, say for example, RBI charge 11% from the commercial bank. Now at the same rate, bank cannot lend it to the customers, because if bank will so then they will not earn anything. Hence bank will also have to increase interest rates, and bank will, say for example, make it 12%, so that only they can earn 1% of margin. Bank need to continue with their income, so bank will also increase the loan rate. With the increase in bank rate policy, all type of loans become costlier, because commercial bank need to increase the loan rate. So all the loans become costlier, and due to this, people may postpone their decision to take loan from the market, as now increase in interest rate will put more burden of interest on the person, and hence people may postpone the decision to take loan. Along with the loan, the deposits rates are connected. With the increase in bank rate, the rate of deposits are also increasing. Fixed deposit, recurring deposit, etc. And with the increase in deposits rates, the deposit becomes more attractive, as it is now started giving more return. So those people having excess income, having extra money with them, they will put the extra money with bank in terms of fixed deposit, recurring deposit, etc. As along with the loan, the deposit rates are also increased. So at a time, by increasing the loan bank rate and deposits rate, RBI makes the loan more costlier, so that people may postpone to take loan. At the same time, with the increasing deposit rate, deposit becomes more attractive, and people put their extra money, their excess money in the bank in terms of deposit for a certain specific period of time. Due to this postpone of loan, the money supply in market will reduce over a period of time. At the same time, with increase in deposit, people put excess money, extra money in the bank, and hence the supply from market will go towards the bank. Now bank have more money, and by this way RBI generally control the supply in market. Over a period of time, when all the things will become okay and all the things become cool down, then again RBI changes the bank rate. So this is the way by which, by using the bank rate policy, RBI controls the money supply in the market. So that is all about today's session. Have a nice day.